Gator don't play no shit. You feel me? Gator never been about that. Never been about playing no shit.
It's my birthday!
Hello there. And here we go.
Incoming transponder code received. Classification: fire spray. Designation: Darth Asylum. Captain: unknown. Port: unknown. Weapons profile. Designation Darth Asylum. Incoming transponder code received. Classification Fire spray. Designation Darth Asylum. Captain unknown. Port unknown. Weapons profile unknown. Designation Darth Asylum.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
And here we go. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, you awesomely beautiful people of the galaxy, and welcome again to another episode of the Darth Asylum podcast. This is episode number 16, yes, episode 16. I'm your host of Darth Asylum, broadcasting live from hyperspace, and yes, we are back. It is Wednesday, and Wednesday means podcast. And not only that, but it also means that we are one step closer to getting to that weekend. So when the podcast launches, you at least have that to notice that we're halfway through the week. But first and foremost, before we get into it, let us recognize the legends that are among us both on Twitch and YouTube. So right now on YouTube, we have Roblox. Welcome back in Roblox. On the Twitch side, we have the OG Triple OG Almighty Sav. Welcome back, man. Hunter, welcome back, sir. Shadow Lex, our rave partner in crime. 1, 2, 2. I think that cover everybody so far. Oh, and then that's right, Grill was with us. Grill is there also, lurking and working. That should cover everybody for the moment, not including, of course, the lurkers in general. I'm here, boss. You are here. But yes, we do not call out the lurkers specifically, so that way anybody that does not want to be called out does not get any kind of spotlight to make themselves uncomfortable. But again, we enjoy your presence. Always remember that. But yes, we are back. It is Wednesday. It is episode 16 of the podcast. If you can believe it, I've done 16 of these so far. That's freaking crazy, actually, because one, I honestly never thought I'd do a podcast, and two, actually, we have gotten through quite a bit at this point, to be honest. I mean, the first 9 episodes of the podcast were all Skywalker Saga. So we literally went through prequel era 1, 2, 3, rebellion era 4, 5, 6, and then sequel era 7, 8, 9. And then we watched some Solo: A Star Wars Story episode 10. And then we started with Andor season 1. So we went through 1 through 12 of Andor. And now we're officially in season 2. Tonight we're going to be watching episodes 4, 5, and 6. And then next episode 17 will be 7, 8, 9. 18 will be 10, 11, 12. And then 19 will finish and top off with some cherry on the Sunday of some Rogue One. And we can get our Vader on, which will be very, very scary and sad, but fun at the same time, if that makes any kind of weird sense. But yes, again, I hope you guys are having a great and safe week in your parts of the galaxy. But yes, we're back. It is Wednesday. And yes, like I said, my stream days have changed slightly, meaning I am only streaming Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, with Sundays off, which is actually definitely kind of coming in handy right now because it gives me a little bit of an extra break in the week. But again, either way, we're having some fun. What else was I going to say? Because I completely spaced out and forgot. So yes, we'll be starting out with season 2, episode 4, which happens to be Ever Been to Gorman. Episode 5, I Have Friends Everywhere. And episode 6, What a Festive Evening. And then at the end of the podcast, I'll do a little review on, or like a summary for each episode. That way it kind of refreshes my brain because I forget because I'm talking at the same time while I'm watching. So, but that's okay. Because at some point I'm actually going to go back through and I'll just like sit and watch them. So then that way, if I can catch anything, it's like one of those things where it's like you'll watch it once, but then you know you're going to have to go back and actually watch it. So either way. But surprisingly, we are actually feeling better. We are not as nasally or congested, so can't hurt the money maker, the voice, right? I'm just kidding. But no, we are actually feeling better. So still tired, but you know what? Not as tired as normal, but it is kind of late starting. So that's why we're not live cosplaying. So we'll do some armored version tonight with some Grogu off to the side. Oh, that's what I was going to bring up too was, okay, officially, yes, I have gone and seen the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. I was actually fortunate enough. My plan was to go Sunday and go to the theaters and check out some stuff to see if I can get anything, like any kind of souvenir stuff. And then Monday, go actually see the movie. And I was actually able to go earlier in the day, Sunday, and actually go to the theater. They didn't have anything available because it was all sold out. But schedule worked out in a way that I actually was able to break Sunday evening. And I went and saw the movie at like 7, I think. And yeah, I was actually able to get a Mandalorian and Grogu popcorn bucket, like a metal tin bucket, which I'll show next time I go live. But yeah, I was actually able to score something out of it. So yeah, the AT-AT walkers were like a huge hit, of course. And then the like Mandalorian and Grogu, like popcorn bucket, like basically all the really, really, really crazy stuff, like probably honestly sold out. I was summoned to join by Sophie. Nice. Very nice. Well, welcome back, B. Appreciate it, man. So yeah, ultimately I was able to go see the movie. I liked it. Absolutely. I was able to post a picture in Discord that showed me actually in the theater, not me, but the Lucasfilm logo. I didn't think of it at the time, but I should have actually taken a picture of the, like the title, like when it said Mandalorian and Grogu, but, you got a DM to be here. Okay. Well, if you got to be somewhere, well, then I guess you chose here. So thank you very much for that, B. So yeah, I was fortunate enough to be able to go check it out. It is definitely worth watching. Absolutely. Don't want to spoil anything for anybody. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up. I don't want to let anybody down. But at the same time, you got the Grogu popcorn bucket. Nice. Yeah. I was able to get the, it's like a metal tin popcorn bucket. They did have those, but everything else was like sold out. So like, now can I borrow for? Yeah. But yeah, ultimately, it is worth checking out. Absolutely. I mean, it's a Mandalorian adventure, and that's what I said in the Discord was like, I didn't want to like overhype it, but I don't want to underhype it either, because it is definitely worth watching, because it is a Mandalorian adventure and the story's really freaking cool. It actually absolutely is. But yeah, I mean, but like I said, I don't want to get too crazy into it without anybody that still needs to go see it or doesn't want to get anything spoiled. So I definitely put my stamp on it, saying I liked it. I thought it was a cool movie, and it's worth a shot. But at the same time, I will say this though, is that if for whatever reason you can't go out and happen to see it in the theaters, then you can just wait for it to be streaming too, and it's not like you're missing too crazy much out on anything, because at this point everything's all over the net anyway. So yeah. Let's see. Purgatory. Hello. I also got the Grogu bucket. Hee, it's so cute. Nice. Very cool. Yeah, because like the one theater I went to had the Grogu, the other theater I went to had like the Mandalorian and Grogu together. But that theater with the Mandalorian and Grogu, they were all sold out of everything, but I was able to get the metal tin, so at least got that. So not even. Nice. Yeah, like I said, I mean, it's definitely worth a shot. Yeah. Yeah, they're not cheap. Yeah. I mean, of course, everybody and their mother probably ran out and grabbed like the AT-ATs and stuff like that, because they're even selling them now on, well, scalpers aside, I guess, people are still selling them for not too crazy much, but no, definitely worth a shot to go get it. But I liked it. Yeah. And let me know what you guys thought too. If anybody liked it, so expensive, but it's worth it. Yep, exactly. That's why I had to rock the Grogu. I was actually going to bring mine, but I was just like, you know what? It was like a last minute thing anyway, because like I said, I was planning on seeing it Monday, but turned out I was able to see it Sunday night, so it was all good. But like you said, yeah, Purgatory. Yep, so expensive, but absolutely worth it. So either way. And I know Hunter said your laptop charger caught fire, now your headphones snapped. That sucks, Muddy. But looks like you'll be able to get your stuff. Everything is replaceable and repairable. So that is okay. We'll do what we got to do to fix everything what we have to fix. But yes. Are we talking Andor? Probably one of my favorite series. We are talking and we are watching Purgatory, actually. So my podcasts are something a little bit different. Actually, I'm obsessed with the music. Nice. So essentially what I do on my podcast is it's a watch party. So you know how like people typically do like the watch parties on Discord and stuff like that, because like you can't really stream something like on Twitch or YouTube, that kind of thing. Like you can't just like play it without, like copyright strike and all that stuff, and basically getting banned potentially, that whole thing. So my podcast is basically based on watching it off camera, but at the same time talking about throughout the whole thing too. So yes, tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like, open the floodgates and just go off. That's literally what it's all about. So we're basically watching and talking and chatting and just spewing essentially. So yeah, and I typically try to do the podcast every Wednesday. So essentially what we did was the first, because this is episode 16, so the first 9 episodes of my podcast, we actually watched all 9 Skywalker Saga movies, literally episodes 1 through 9, not at the same time, you know what I mean, but each episode was exactly that episode. So the first 9 was the Skywalker Saga, and then episode 10 we watched Solo, a Star Wars story, and then episode 11 we started Andor, did all of season 1, because, and this is the cool thing with Andor that I didn't know about, but was like really, really cool, was that Andor's broken up into 3 episode segments. So like literally like it's 4 chapters, 3 episodes each, right? It's kind of the story arc is how it goes. And they strategically did it that way, which is awesome. So we're basically every podcast able to watch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we literally knocked out all of season 1 of Andor. And I have not seen season 2. I started it a while ago when it came out, but never actually sat and watched it. So now we officially started season 2. We did 1, 2, 3 last week. So now tonight, we're literally going to sit here and watch 4, 5, 6. And then next week do 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we're going to top it all off nice and neat with some Rogue One and then basically go from there. So yeah, essentially, that's why I can't wait to seriously finish watching this, because what I didn't understand and know was that other than like Andor's main storyline, of course, like Mon Mothma's storyline, the Imperial intelligence side, just there's so much going on, but like it just sucks you in so freaking crazy, because like seeing the political side of like and all the crap like Mon Mothma went through in season 1, it's like was totally just like I didn't see that coming, but at the same time exactly like they freaking nailed it because it's like the struggle and just like literally like, and even how season 1 ended, excuse me, you know, where, you know, daughter got married and what the sacrifice really was. It's like, that's the lore and the history that I love about Star Wars, is that like them showing us stuff that we know has happened, but like you never see it, you know, kind of thing. And Andor is exactly that, is like what's, you know, aside from the main story that's obviously going on, but at the same time, like, you know, the Mon Mothma side of it, the Imperial intelligence side of it, and all that kind of stuff, the new romance that's going on, you know, that definitely started happening, you know, that's like, it's weird, but it's fun. Yeah, absolutely. It's just been a really, really cool time. So yeah, that's the whole point of my podcast. And then once it's done, I not only save these to YouTube, but I actually upload them to iHeartRadio and Spotify. So wherever you guys hear your podcast, they're also there too. Sophie is back with us. Welcome back, Sophie. Yes, she said, B said that you made him come. So thank you. You made him come in. So ultimately, yes. So Monday nights. So I can't even speak because it is Wednesday and it is actually late because it's already 1:48 in the AM. So yes, we need to get going. So yes, ultimately, that's what we do Wednesdays, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, like the gaming streams and stuff like that. Made me what? So we're basically going to get started. So I already have my setup going. Andor season 2, episode 4 queued up. Second after give the order 66, and here we go. Oh yeah, we were all silent during Revenge of the Sith just because it's like it was just that crazy. But yeah, something a little different, something a little break from of course watching or playing games and stuff, you know, but at the same time it gives us something to all, you know, do together, but at the same time talk and blab and do all that crazy fun stuff that goes along with it too. So
The time has come. Execute Order 66.
oh great. There's an ad starting too. All right, we'll do it after the ad then. We'll do it after the ads. That's okay. And it's been a hot minute since I've 4DX. Nice. I think the theater I went to, I saw it in IMAX, so it at least had the it had the rumblies going. So but yes, I think we can confirm that little Rod of the Hut grew up. But yeah, the movie, I definitely like the movie too, and it explains a lot that basically happens. So apparently, there's supposed to be a wild heat wave. Nice. I guess the only thing we have really close to that would Kenobi. That's another series also that came out, was Maul Shadow Lord. So if you have not seen Maul Shadow Lord, definitely make the time for that one also, because yeah, I don't want to say anything about that show other than the fact that it is absolutely worth a watch. Please no. Well, apparently Sophie's having a great time. 97. It was only 97? That's it? Yeah, me no likey the hot weather. You guys be living on that Tatooine desert. At least for a little while anyway. I literally thought I was dying. Yeah, hot isn't fun. So was it more like swamp heat than it was? I was just about to say, is it a dry? Was it dry hot, or was it just like you walk outside and you feel like you got out of a pool? Oof. Yeah, because you guys have like almost reverse seasons, right? Where it's like your winter is like our summer, basically. And then like our winter is like your summer. Heard you're back. Your community is back. Welcome back, community. We missed you. We miss you. We miss you. Okay. Now we can get started before I turn around and it's like midnight of the next day. Bad baby. Bad baby. Yep. Wyatt, welcome back, man. My man all dripped out. Yep. Do it. If you can get out, get out. Okay. So officially now we're gonna do it. Here we go. And then and here we go. And go. All right. Officially started. Ever been to Gorman? Episode 4, Season 2. And I don't skip the recap just so that way well, at least I can see. Bad baby. Nice. Thanks, that's so helpful. Dang, Sophie, do you want like coordinates? Do you want like latitude and longitude? You want a Google map pin? You want full address? You want Google map images? Full layout, building schematics, gate entry codes. Good luck with the show, bro. I can't rough it out. No worries, man. But thank you for the kind words, Wyatt. I appreciate it, dude. I require the blueprint for the house itself. Would you like to talk to the contractor while you're at it as well? Oh, speaking of which, Shadow Lex, I've been starting to work on the Yoda flower, actually. Yeah, for real. What I'm gonna do, I think, is I need to set it up in a way because I want to use my Yoda, my baby Yoda, but I need to set him up with flowers and stuff. So that'll be my It was either gonna be that or like a cartoony emote, but then I was like, well, I already have a Yoda, so or a baby Yoda, so he'd be cool to make as an emote too. But no, for real, yeah. All right. So as far as I know, I was going to at first, but then when my plans switched up and I was able to go Sunday night, I didn't take him with me. But I have him here though. He's sitting in his bucket. I literally put him in his bucket with another little like stuff like plushy Grogu I had. So it was a Grogu and a mini Grogu. And then I also have a little figure Grogu too that can go with them all too. But I did see when I went to the movies though, there was like a little kid, a little girl that had a like a Grogu with her, which was pretty cute. 1 year later. That's right, because each section takes place a year. Yeah. You're gonna see a polar bear. Nice. That's a sick, healthy obsession. Yeah, when The Mandalorian first came out, I picked up a few of those other ones too. So I have other Grogu's also. Nice. Yeah, like I have the one where like he came with like the little like frog thingy he was eating, you know? And another one I think that comes with like a soup bowl or something like that. The cats hate it movie. Oh, she's having nightmares. I never asked, but which one is it my favorite Star Wars movie? If I had to actually, well, okay, the simple but the simple but cheesy answer is I like them all. But if I absolutely had to pick one, it would be Empire because that's where we got Boba for the first time. Yeah, what's your guys' favorite movies? We're gonna be watching Rogue One pretty soon. Yeah, that's where we got live action Boba, the one who started it all. Revenge of the Sith. Yep. Yep. And that was the cool thing actually about rewatching everything again. And I did post in Discord also. Because everybody, they're posting quite a bit of stuff for the 50th anniversary for A New Hope and everything, and that there is a theatrical release that's gonna come out for the original cut of Star Wars. So the one that came out in 1977 is the one that's gonna be shown in like on back in the movie theaters. So I'm definitely gonna be going to check that one out too. Um, Starfighter is gonna be coming out around the same time too. Um, Nice. Yeah, no, that's a really good one too. Oh yeah, when we were watching it on the chat, it was pretty quiet because everybody was just like so focused on the story and just everything that was going on. It was pretty crazy, but no, it was absolutely perfectly fine because it's like everybody was just so into what we were watching. Um, but yeah, no, Revenge of the Sith. I mean, like the music, the score, the pacing, just everything about it. I mean, the fight at the end. I mean, and also, if you guys have not, speaking of Revenge of the Sith, if you have not gotten a chance to watch the YouTube, um, so this group put together a YouTube of the duel between Obi-Wan and Kenobi done in the style of Clone Wars animation, and it looks freaking sick. Um, I'll post the link in here too because it's like the fight is just freaking amazing. This one. Yeah. So if you want to check out something, it's pretty long. I mean, it's about 15 minutes, 41 seconds, but it's definitely worth a check. And no, it is not a Rickroll. Don't worry. But yeah, it's Anakin versus Obi-Wan, but done in the Clone War style animation, and they did a killer freaking job. I love how Cyril's new girlfriend stood up to his mom. I have no idea, Sophie. Mumbling, welcome in. Well, hopefully your back feels better soon, Sophie. You're welcome. We know we love you, Sophie. I have spiders to count. And he hangs up on her. Clearly conflicted. Mother's terrifying. Do it. Oh, what do they want with Cyril?
Do it.
Apparently. My Yuki Sawashiro official. Oh, welcome, welcome, welcome in. Sounds like me. Why is my text extra small and I'm gray? Was it not highlighted? Mine looked the same.
It's my birthday.
Spare any credits.
It's my birthday.
Yeah, Sophie hurt her back. She can't fight back. When we get her a reinforced spine, then she can fight back. Start kicking some ass. Had to be done. It had to be done. Cybernetic enchantments. Go count your spiders. With arms wide open. I guess that's the closest thing we have next to arms wide open. Baby Yoda. Just like everybody else. I still call him Baby Yoda. Green Turk. I call him Philip. Philip. He may take more convincing, I don't know. They were watching Galactic Racers. Dom is back. What's going on, man? Oh, like jump scares? That is not a real dog. We love you too, Sophie. Get some sleep. He's lying. Yeah, they just trained him. We must have wore her out. Well, that's nothing short of a royal ass chewing. Yeah, B was just commenting that Sophie went to bed, but we didn't talk about food this time. $45 stream streak. Let's go. Celebrations.
It's my birthday.
Yeah, I was actually able to save a couple stream streaks by watching a VOD. Yeah, the cool thing is that they allow you to watch like a clip to keep it, because like I've been getting notifications here and there randomly, saying like, you missed a stream of something, type of thing, like watch a clip from this channel to like keep it going. What you doing up? Voting against the emperor. Water slug. Spit it up. I need the end game. Standing by. Have you ever been to Gorman? The Empire is killing them. They're killing us. And you're letting it happen. Oh? It sounds like a riot's forming. Give someone else a chance. Settle down. Ooh, I think we learned the Star Wars sign language for FU.
The time has come. Execute Order 66.
B, get some good sleep, man. Thank you for hanging. I appreciate it, my dude. I don't know. The question's put out there. That's not a real dog. Or is it? Yeah, slowly, slowly. We're getting there. Not too far off now. Yeah. Exciting. Very, very, very exciting.
Yeah! Rebels! Rebels! Empire suits! Yeah! Rebels!
What a refreshing position. What a handsome question. Mhm. Oh, see, he said the thing. Ever been to Gorman? You don't know. The car? Interesting. Mhm. Wilmon. Duty. Oh, Saul Guerrera. He's definitely all over the war. Well, they're having a fun night. So I take it he took the job. No. And so 5. Yeah. Poor girl's got to be sitting there for like days trying to find the right channel. Our friend is on his way. What do we have for Gorman? Good luck with that. Poor Cyril seems like he's just in the wrong place at the wrong time always. Mad, what's up, man? Yeah, I was able to check it out too. I thought it was pretty cool. What a money grab, though. Yeah, oh, absolutely. They're definitely going to make a killing off of merchandising for that, though. But thanks for popping in, dude. Good to see you, man. Hope you're well. He was fired by the ISB.
What? Did we just become best friends?
Yup!
Man, what's going on? Oh, sorry, I just saw that. Don't get me wrong, cool movie, but I called too much action in short moments where there's open for some other name character. I did actually like to start with the hut. Yeah, yeah. I mean, for a standalone movie, it's really cool. Yeah. I mean, it's another Mandalorian adventure with Grogu, for sure. Yep, no worries, dude. We'll catch you later. Get some good sleep, man. Oh, poor Cyril. He's getting drug into the middle of everything. Here I am. I was just about to say, and he killed everybody, didn't he? And everybody's. Got you. They really want to know who taught him. So basically, now he's like a triple agent. Ooh, fancy. Oh, what did he do? Cyril do. Ooh. It's kind of funny. They have talk shows. Are you sure? As you wish. The greatest day of my life. Working directly for the head of the ISB. Yeah, teach me everything you know, then we'll kill you. Teach me. Gasp. Alpha, you overslept. What's going on, man? Yep. We're just chilling, wrapping up episode 5, Andor season 2. But I hope you got some good extra sleep, though. Never happens. Well, good. Well, I'm glad it happened. It's those rare occasions that are nice. Nice. Well, thank you for popping in, dude. We'll catch up with you later, man. Have a good day.
Gator don't play no shit. You feel me? Gator never been about that. Never been about playing no shit.
You too, dude. Catch you later, man. Eyes everywhere. That looks familiar. Ever been to Gorman? Hot Pepper, what's going on, man? Getting ready to wrap up episode 5, season 2 of Andor. What's going on, man? I hope you're having a great and safe week, dude. It was new to me. Can you hear anything? It is but silence. Focusing on watching the movie. Just testing sound. Just testing sound. I thought it was muted. You were so silent. That's real dedication. Just paying attention. For the Republic. The Republic. Yeah, it just depends. I mean, like, if chat's just blowing up, then of course, yeah. I mean, there's definitely been some episodes of stuff we were watching where it's like we did nothing but talk like the entire time, and then sometimes, you know, it gets quiet, so that's perfectly fine too. Just scrolling through bounties to take out. Exactly. All right, so we are officially done with episode 5. So now we'll finish up with episode 6, which is what a festive evening. Starting. Yeah. I was laughing when they were watching that. Shows. Previously on Andor. There are so many freaking plot lines going on in this game, in this show, but it's really awesome though. We need you, healthy. Yeah, what was the spike? Because there should be. What was the Steam chart? Yeah, I think split between everything. Definitely a lot of people were playing it. But no, that's definitely cool though. That it gives people a chance to get back and see the game again for what it was worth. And still is, of course. Absolutely.
Creeper, creeper, no. Chuk chuk, we chuk bika. Oh, vidale. Chuk chuk.
You're late. Okay, so they were on Coruscant. Okay. I thought they were, but I couldn't remember what they said. Very cool. Varian Sky. That was quick. Yeah. Big freaking announcement. Jason's finally coming. It's official, and the PTB should already be out too, I think, right? Let's see. When's the PTB? Jason. The Slasher is officially available on the Dead Buyers, allowing Steam players to kidnap. Didn't they remove Pinhead so you can't get him anymore? Yeah, they did. Because he's coming out with his own game too. Same thing with Michael. So basically, you can't get Michael anymore. Or Lori. And same thing with Pinhead. Ugh. Yes. What? Yeah, if you didn't know about Michael, he was the other one because. Oh no. Yeah, they got rid of him too because, well, they pulled him because the Halloween game is coming out this like October, I think. When is Halloween coming out? Halloween is coming out. The September 8th, 26. That's when it's coming out. So yeah, they pulled the Michael license, so Lori went with them. So they had him on sale, and then they pulled him, and then Pinhead is supposed to be coming out with his own standalone game too. So they pulled his license also. Vecna, yeah. Yeah, I get them all too, just because I'm a collector and I like playing DVDs. So I don't mind dropping dropping the credits for keeping it up to date anyway. But yeah, once Jason comes out, I'll definitely be dumping some points into him and playing him eventually. You give the vibe that you have 4 killers level 100 max prestige. Well, I appreciate the support, but I absolutely don't. I'm not a killer main at all. I need to start playing more killer, but whenever we play DBD, we're always grouping up, so we can only do survivor. I think my max level killer is Michael at like 10 or 12, I think. But someday, someday. I do like playing killer actually. I do too. Like I've leveled up. I mean, Michael would be my main, but definitely Jason's going to be one of them too for sure. But I mean, I played other killers like Bubba, Ghostface, Chucky, and they've all been really fun. Yeah, Ghostface was pretty fun. No. Nice. Enjoy it. Ariel ISB. Mandalorian Grogu just came out, and then the next scheduled movie that's supposed to be coming out is next year for Starfighter. So those are the movies that are coming out. But then Ahsoka, let me look. I think Ahsoka season 2. When is that supposed to be coming? Early 2027. So it'll be like the first half of the year. So next year. Have I missed the party? we're a solid 18 minutes into episode 6. But not necessarily. What's going on, Grave? New Jedi Order after the Mandalorian and Grogu. No, let's see.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
I see those pop up every now and again. Yeah. Sweet. Have some Xbox fun. He's broadening his horizons. Use the Force. Well, we don't know that for a fact, but we do at least know he's the same species.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
He's definitely pretty strong in it, yeah. I mean, the crazy thing is that ultimately, as far as we know at this point, there's only been 3 of his species known. So basically him, Yaddle, and Grogu. You know what? I did. I did finish it, actually. I mean, well, finished as it can be, but no, you're good. The funny thing was, is I was planning on going to do it during May, like the beginning of like May the 4th, 5th, but then me and the entire family got sick. So should be able to do it sometime soon. There's definitely a lot of romance in this one. Oh, well, thank you, man. Yes, and I got to start posting pictures too. Oh, the Senate. This is how democracy dies. I've gone to a couple, but I haven't gone dressed up yet. With thunderous applause. Yep. Yeah, I'm curious to see. I mean, now that we're basically wrapping up the first half of season 2, is what if the last half is going to lead into the disbanding of the Senate. Fail. That's so cool. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I mean, it doesn't even like as long as you make it, it can be anything, and that's the awesome thing about it. The creativity knows no bounds. That's the fun part. Oh, they're setting it up.
It's a trap!
Thought one of you thieves would make me an offer. No, of course not. Caliculas.
Kenobi.
Yep, great reminder if you haven't seen it already. Watch Maul Shadow Lord. Already confirmed for a season 2 even. Max, welcome back, man. What would that be, Max? Nihilus? Oh yeah. Nihilus was pretty intense would be understating. Pretty much the closest to like what, a living god? A dark side god, essentially. Everybody and all their hidden agendas. Maybe, Max. Yeah. Smooth is faster. Do I like DC? I do. Actually. But I was almost home. Do as I say. What the swell? What's this? Is that a toy? Coming loud. I did, Max. I was able to go Sunday night and checked it out. It's a good movie. It really is. It's a really cool adventure for them. We were just talking about that actually. Hopefully sometime soon. I was actually going to do it during the May the 4th celebrations and stuff like that week, or maybe the weekend after that, but me and the family ended up getting sick. So I'm just barely getting over all that. So soon. Soon. Oh, well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Should have killed Krennic while we were up there. Wow. Stormtrooper. Imperial Stormtrooper. Like the regular generic Stormtrooper. Good for them. That was a cool ending to that. That was a really cool. We are officially done. Done, done, done. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. All right. Recap. Let's see. That was 6, right? Okay, yeah. So as of right now, we are officially halfway done with Andor season 2. Let me fix this. Find the story. Should be this one. One of these has story blurbs. Here is I am. I'm looking for. There's 2 different. There's one that has like an actual, kind of like a story recap. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. Under episode. Where is it? Where? Episode. I think it's this one. Yep, there it is. Okay, so season 2. So okay, so we'll do a quick recap of everything so far, which is basically the first 6 episodes. So season 2 aired in 2025, which actually I'm pretty sure came out around May. Actually, no, sorry, I take that back. April. Original release date was April 22nd, all the way through May 13th. So yeah, last year, same time ish. So this was the 13th episode overall, but it was the first in season 2. So episode 1 was 1 year later, 1 year after the Ferrex uprising. Cassian impersonates an Imperial test pilot to steal a prototype of a new Imperial ship, the TIE Avenger. Delivering it to a jungle moon, he is ambushed by a rogue band of squabbling guerrillas, the Maya Pei Brigade. On the agricultural planet Mina Rao, Bix, Brasso, Willman, and B2EMO fear detection by the Empire while in the undocumented employ of a local farmer. Bix suffers from PTSD caused by Gorse torture on Chandrila. Mon Mothma prepares for her daughter Leda's arranged marriage, but is informed by take Homa that his financial investments have turned sour, ironically due to rebel interference, and that he feels underappreciated for his help in resolving Mon's financial irregularities. Orson Krennic oversees a secret meeting of Imperial officers who plan to use force to obtain the rare mineral resources of the planet Gorman, an initiative to which Dedra is reluctantly assigned. Dedra suggests that the mission's anti-Gorman propaganda be accompanied by the provocation of a weak insurgency that the Empire can discredit. The tension among the Maya Pei insurgents reaches a boiling point, and they kill several of their own as Cassian is taken hostage. Episode 2, Sagruna Tima. On the Jungle Moon, Cassian is held prisoner while the Maya Pei Brigade splits into two territorial factions at a stalemate. On Mina Rao, Imperial officers audit the workers' papers. Bix, Brasso, and Willman arrange to move to a different part of the planet to avoid discovery. On Coruscant, Dedra and Cyril, now a couple living together, prepare for a social event they have been putting off. As the preparations for Alita's wedding conclude, Mothma discusses the possibility of Tay's defection with Luthen, who says they should attempt to ascertain Tay's price for keeping silent about the rebellion. Cassian slips away from his captors as their conflict escalates and flees the moon, revealed to be Yavin 4 in the stolen TIE Avenger. Episode 3, Harvest. Cassian makes contact with Clea Markey and is able to ascertain the danger his friends are on in Mina Rao. Dedra and Cyril host Cyril's mother, Edie, for dinner, during which Edie repeatedly belittles Cyril, prompting Dedra to establish firm boundaries with her, which was an awesome scene, by the way. On Chandrila, Alita's arranged marriage to Stekken Skolden takes place, followed by a lavish reception. As the Ferrix fugitives prepare to leave Mina Rao, Imperial officer Lieutenant Kroll sexually assaults Bix, but she kills him in a violent struggle. In the ensuing skirmish, Brasso is killed by a stormtrooper. Cassian arrives in the TIE Avenger and dispatches the Imperial troops. Bix and Willman flee on the TIE Avenger with Cassian, all devastated by Brasso's death. Having been unable to come up with a price to ensure Tay's silence, Luthen informs Mothma that he has decided to have him killed. Ma, in distress, engulfs herself in drinking and dancing as Vel watches Tay get taken away by Cinta. So we are assumed to believe that as he left after that, that was the last time we'd be seeing of him. So then episode 4, which we started tonight, Ever Been to Gorman? 1 year after. So each arc, basically every 3 episodes is 1 year after the last chapter chunk, basically. So it's 3 episode chapters, 1 year each apart from each other. So over a 4-year time, essentially leading up to Rogue One is how this works. So this is a year after everything that just happened. So a year after the incident on Mina Rao, Cassian and Bix have become active operators for Luthen and hide out on Coruscant. So it was Coruscant, okay. Bix is still beset by nightmares. On Gorman, the Empire begins to construct an armory. Cyril, with Dedra and Partagaz's backing, takes up a position in Palmo, the Gorman capital, and infiltrates the Gorman front, the local rebel group, by feigning sympathy to their cause. Upon learning from Jung that Dedra is secretly supervising the ISB's operations on the planet, Luthen sends Cassian to assess the rebels. Willman is tasked with teaching Saw Gerrera's Lieutenant Pluty how to configure a machine that extracts rhydonium, a fuel source for the Empire starships that they plan to steal. Mothma unsuccessfully attempts to rally support to kill the renewal of a bill, giving broad powers to the ISB. Episode 5, I Have Friends Everywhere. Clea learns that Skolden intends to audit his antiquity collection, having discovered a forgery, thus threatening to expose a bug she has planted in his gallery and forcing her to extract it during the upcoming investiture party. Cassian connects with the Gorman rebels and learns that they plan to intercept a weapons shipment, but he judges them to be too inexperienced and shoots down the plan, much to their frustration. Sarah reports back to Coruscant with news of this heist, with Partagaz and Dedra agreeing to allow it to pan out to stir up the rebels. Saw kills Pluty after learning that he is a traitor and has Willman work the extractor on the heist in his place. Cassian insists, so episode 6, What a Festive Evening, which we just finished. Cassian insists to Luthen that Gorman's rebels are unprepared and is resentful that Luthen secretly made contact with Bix to persuade her to return to action. Luthen chastises him for his short-sighted vision and instead sends Vel and Cinta to help the rebels pull off their heist. Vel and Cinta fully reconcile and rekindle their romance. The heist is successful, but one of the fighters disobeys Vel's orders and brings a blaster only to accidentally kill Cinta. When a passerby interferes, devastating Vel. At Skulden's investiture party, Krennic and Mothma debate the ethics of war. While Clea manages to extract her bug using Jung as a distraction, Bix breaks into Gorst's new office and uses his own torture device on him before leaving with Cassian, who remotely blows up the facility. Wow. Yep. That is what it's basically happened so far in season 2 of Andor. So yeah, really, really, really great story. Absolutely. Pretty intense. And there's 6 more episodes to go. So ultimately, that is going to wrap up with Rogue One. So this was episode 16. So episode 17 is going to be 7, 8, 9. 18 will be 10, 11, 12. And then episode 19 will be Rogue One. So what I'm wondering about actually is if the way, because this is all supposed to be leading into also A New Hope, also like right after Rogue One, because Rogue One literally ends with leading into A New Hope regardless. But I always wonder if they're going to have anything to do with the Senate at this point for the last half of the thing, because Palpatine at some point disbands the Senate. So I'm curious to actually see if they like they're going to throw any of that in here right now, because essentially like it's all leaning more towards the Empire getting control rather than like the senators. And then at some point the Emperor disbands the entire Senate altogether. So I'm curious to see if they're even going to throw like any of that in there, but who knows? Who knows either way. Let us see. So that is going to wrap things up for tonight. Let us see if anybody is on for Wednesday 30. We will raid Bishop. Actually, let's see who's. You know, we haven't rated 3D Poly before. Let's raid 3D Poly. That's who we're going to raid. He is also doing a 1K follower push. That is freaking awesome, man. Yep, we're going to raid him. So, again, anybody new and returning to the stream, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night to you awesomely beautiful people of the galaxy, and welcome again to another episode of the Darth Asylum podcast. This is episode number 16. Yes, episode 16. I'm your host of Darth Asylum, broadcasting live from hyperspace. But yes, this was Andor season 2, episodes 4, 5, and 6. I guess it doesn't matter at this point, but let's see. We can go over the episode numbers again. Yeah, so 4, Ever Been to Gorman. 5, I Have Friends Everywhere. And 6, What a Festive Evening was what tonight's podcast was about. And yeah, so essentially we just have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So basically 3 more pods, and we'll actually be able to knock completely Andor out, which I am crazy freaking excited about, because again, I am officially at a point now where all of this is new. Like, I remember the first couple of episodes, but I did not remember like anything after that tip, basically. So now that we are fully like halfway vested into season 2, ultimately now, yeah, it's like you could tell it's ramping up too, because like things are definitely happening regardless. But again, thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for the support. Definitely greatly appreciated. Like I said, please stick around. We're gonna raid 3D Poly. See what he's got going on. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. But yes, again, stream days are Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I did change up my schedule to exclude temporarily for now Sunday nights, just to give myself an extra little break in there somewhere. But yeah, ultimately Wednesday night is the podcast. So currently right now we're doing a watch party for Andor season 2. We just got done tonight again with episode 4, 5, and 6. So next Wednesday night is going to be episode 7, 8, 9. Following after that, following week. So in 2 weeks, it'll be 10, 11, 12. And then 3 weeks out will be actually Rogue One. So that is Wednesday nights. Thursday night is currently my Let's Play. So right now we're doing some Dark Souls Remastered. I did actually play a little bit of that offline just to kind of get the story going a little bit more further, because it has been taking a little bit longer to be playing that game, but overall it's fun. Tons of more death on or off screen. Either way, it is still worth playing if you like torturing yourself. But that's why I said I give mad props to anybody that plays on the hardest difficulties, like my bro Lori and Shadow, because ultimately those are freaking hard games regardless. And any game that is meant to be played, or that is end up played, because I have a hard time enough playing it on normal mode, let alone like playing it on like the ultra difficult mode. So no, kudos and cheers to them as always for taking on those challenges, man. There's so many freaking games out there. I'm just glad to be able to be taking some time to finally be able to play some of those too. So it's going to be awesome. So yeah, Thursday night, we'll be doing some Dark Souls Remastered to continue the story along there. Friday night, actually, we're switching things up, because Friday night for me is working out better to do some Dead by Daylight with Monster, Grave, Hunter, anybody else that's available during that time, just because of time zones and things like that. So Friday nights, we're going to start doing some Dead by Daylight. And then Saturday, I'm probably going to be flipping back to like things like Dark Souls, or we'll do other random games like Space Marines or whatever just happens to fit the mood, I guess. Like Star Wars Battlefront 2, Battlefield 6. I mean, there's just so many talking about Dark Souls. Yeah, I know. Did I pique your interest? No, yeah. So tomorrow night, the plan is still jump back into Dark Souls, because I was playing a little bit the last couple of days offline just to kind of get the story going a little bit further, just because it's been taking such a long time. And I'd literally probably still be playing it till like the end of the year, just trying to beat it in general. So I was able to actually finish up with the area of the Painted World of Arameus. So now I'm back into Anorlando. Anorlando. Whatever that one is. So yeah, we're back in that area, so we can finish that one up. And then and then after that we go back to Firelink, and then there's like 3 or 4 more levels after that. But yep, for sure. Making some progress either way. And I ultimately made the call for myself too, and was just like, yeah, for some of the longer games like that, I'll probably just have to play it off stream too, just to kind of like make some progress. So that way I can start knocking more stuff out, because I'm getting more games in anyway than I am actually completing. So it would be nice to actually finally have some stuff done and be able to keep going. So yeah, for sure. Absolutely. But no, it's all good. I mean, I was trying to do my best to stick with, like on-stream games. Like I was able to do that with Space Marines and stuff like that, but I think for the longer games, especially things like Dark Souls, or even like games that are kind of grindy like that, definitely probably have to do some off-stream stuff and then kind of bring it back, so that way. On Orlando. Yeah, exactly. That one. Yes. We came back to that. Yeah. But what I didn't do actually was I didn't fight the end boss, so I can go back there and grind for like the greater shards and the greater Titanite shards, basically. So she allowed me to leave, so I said okay. So I didn't take her on. So I'm not trying to 100% it or anything like that, but for stuff like that, for sure. I mean, and I'm learning that too, because again, yeah, like I'm still kind of new to the whole like streaming a brand new game and then playing it, but at the same time, it's games like those are absolutely different than things like, say, like a more linear game when it comes to like even Space Marine. Like Space Marine was like a 6 to 8 hour campaign, which was fine because I literally did like the last half with Monster and then like the first half on stream with over a period of like 2 or 3 days. And yeah. Oh, you haven't even beaten Dark Souls 1. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's definitely, I mean, like I said, and same thing even with like the other, because there's three total long games that I'm definitely going to be playing. Like Dark Souls is definitely one of them. Hogwarts Legacy is definitely another, and then there's also oh man, what was the other one? It's Days Gone. Days Gone is another one I really want to play, but apparently, yeah, that's another game that's like, it takes you anywhere between like 40 to 50 hours just to beat like the main game. So it's going to take a hot minute for sure. Space Marine 2 tomorrow, probably not, because I'm going to be focusing on Dark Souls just to get some more progress in that game too. But yeah, it's but ultimately, yeah, I mean, like for the shorter, smaller games, those are easier to manage for sure. Like games that are, probably around like 10 to 30 hours ish or so. I mean, those are definitely doable on stream, but yeah, exactly. But at the same time, yeah, for the longer ones, it's kind of like, wow, but not DS1. Yeah, no worries, man. And that's another one too. It's like Space Marine 2 is going to be an off and on game for all of us anyway. So I mean, that could be something played on Saturday, absolutely, or even like Thursday night. Like if I happen to be on, like, so essentially what I'm going to be doing is like my Thursdays, Fridays, and even Saturdays, they're all going to be like, I'm going to have a general idea of what I'm playing, but that's also subject to change depending on who wants to play what. So like if it just happens to work out, say Friday night where, we decide to play DBD, that's basically, I'm going to shoot for playing DBD Fridays now instead of Sundays. But, if something changes to where, everybody decides, okay, we can do a little bit of DBD and then we're all going to switch over to like Space Marine or Galactic Racers, for instance, once that comes out kind of thing, we're absolutely going to be doing that. So yeah, it's pretty much like what everybody as a general group decides what we're going to be doing is perfectly fine with me. So essentially, I'm just going to be starting with playing whatever and then go from there. So it's totally fine, because that's why like I like my, typically for me, like Thursdays, it's like, everybody else is, kind of doing whatever. So it's like, that's always been kind of my day to be able to like focus on like one game that I've just been trying to like chip away at and play. So that's kind of why I started doing like the Let's Play games on Thursday nights. But either way, every single day is subject to change anyway. So if the even Wednesday nights, I mean, if the podcast, if it turns into like where Wednesday night works out better for everybody to play something, then everything's rearrangeable and can change. So not a big deal. But yeah, there's definitely going to be lots of fun to be had. So, like I said, it doesn't help that we keep buying, games, but then again, that's what's just going to happen. We're just going to keep going and keep buying stuff and doing all that. So, you know what? That's not going to change. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, between like the fun we're having with like, Space Marines and, once Galactic Racers comes out and just everything else and anything else too. Yeah. Like DVD is always going to be there. Battlefront will always be there to some extent, and things like that. We just got tons of stuff to play, and, it's going to be cool. It's going to be awesome. So, all right. So wrap thing up this. And I finally uploaded everything, so it's in YouTube, and all my latest streams are all the podcasts, I should say, are all caught up finally. So those are all there also. Okay. So we are officially done. So we're going to raid 3D Poly and yeah, show them some support. So thank you guys again for sticking around. Thank you guys for being the awesomely beautiful legends that you all are. Please remember that is always my honor and privilege to hang out and know all of you. Please remember that. No take backsies, infinity. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys for being who you are. Please never change. Why? Because that's what makes us who we are. Either way you look at it. So again, I hope you guys are all having a great and safe week in your parts of the galaxy. And that's another reason why I love doing the podcasts on Wednesday, because it's like a break right in the middle of the week to be like, you know what? We've made it this far. We only have a little bit more to go. And I know other people's schedules can be different. And, you know, like your weekend can technically start on a Monday and a Tuesday, or a Tuesday and a Wednesday, or Wednesday and a Thursday. But either way, Wednesday is kind of that sweet spot of in the middle of a regular week, regardless, calendar week, whenever, Tuesday, Wednesday, I don't know. It's too late to try to figure any of that out, but either way. So, nope. Yep, time to get some rest, time to hang out, and then, yep, we will be back, like I said, later tonight for some Dark Souls Remastered. I was super stoked, actually, to really get some more progress into that game, too, and I'm absolutely loving that game also because, no, dude, don't even worry about it. No, it's all good. I mean, even the lurks are absolutely appreciated, man. I mean, whether chat's active or not doesn't absolutely matter to me. I mean, because regardless, I mean, it's just nice to be able to hang out with everybody in some way, shape, or form, either way you look at it. And no, it's just been crazy awesome. But yeah, I'm super stoked because even playing games like Dark Souls and things like that, where it's like heavy boss related, you know, you have to like learn how to dodge and maneuver and, you know, kind of like, well, really pay attention actually, or else you're gonna just constantly die like I always do. But it's good like general practice for other games, and not necessarily just Dark Souls games, but I mean like games that were like the Fallen Order and Survivor Series, God of Wars, things like that. Because I know Shadow's playing God of War Ragnarok, and I've been lurking in his streams, but I haven't been watching him or interacting because like I want to play God of War sooner or later anyway. Like sometime this year I want to get God of War Ragnarok and play it. So that's going to be cool. So I don't want any spoilers for the game, but yeah, absolutely. But it's like same concept, right? Where it's like, you know, you're fighting these like massively just insane monsters, but I'm learning it's better practice for me to learn how to actually like start parrying and dodging better, and just overall like just learning how to beat it, because I can still remember playing Fallen Order and just getting absolutely freaking wrecked on every single boss, because it's like my my use to playing games like that was like next to nothing. So practice and dying constantly, you know, definitely. It's almost kind of like, you know what it reminds me of? It's like the Doomsday scenario, where it's like when they made Doomsday, basically they like, you know, genetically made him, he died within seconds, and then they like took that DNA and then recreated him and over and over and over. So like after thousands and countless deaths, you know, he was finally able to be like, he evolved into like something better than what it started as, kind of thing. And that's how I honestly see it, is like for every death, I think I learned something out of it in some way, shape, or form. So there's progress there regardless, right? Through failure, we can grow stronger. So, but either way, all right, guys, like I said, I'm losing my voice at this point, so it's time to get out of here. But like I said, we're going to raid 3D Poly, see what he's got going on, and we will be back later tonight, like I said, for some Dark Souls fun. So please continue to have a great and safe rest of your week if I do not see you in all of your parts of the galaxy, and I will catch you guys next time. So until then, be good, be safe, love you, and talk to you later.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.